Hey Superwoman, this is Kalua with Collusion Health and Harmony coming to you from my rolling office today. If you are watching this in real time, Happy New Year! So exciting. It's always exciting when a new year rolls around and then we start getting all those feelings about goals and all the things we want to accomplish in this new year because we're always growing. We're always becoming better versions of ourselves, and that's wonderful. That's fantastic. But one of the things that can happen sometimes with these goals of ours, and goals can be business goals, they can be personal goals, they can be family goals, all different goals that you have. But sometimes what happens is we get discouraged because they don't happen. They don't happen maybe the way we thought they were going to happen. They don't happen the way we like, and that can be really discouraging. And then sometimes we just sort of let them go, or we give up and maybe think, well, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But if it matters, it was meant to be. And so what I'm going to do is just a quick little series here. We're going to have a few different videos. I'm going to walk you through some steps to set goals that matter. Because sometimes it's just a matter of maybe we weren't specific enough with our goals, and when we don't have the right motivation, then it doesn't happen. We don't get that emotion behind it, and we don't make it happen. So, I could set a goal that I'm going to earn this amount of money for the year, but I'm not really a numbers person. So that doesn't mean a whole lot to me, okay? That's okay, sure, yeah, great. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And it falls apart. But if I have goals of what I'm going to do with that set amount of money, and I'm inspiring myself with images and things around me that are making me visually see that, or reminding me of, this is what I want to do, this is the lifestyle I want to achieve, that's going to be a little bit more meaningful, and it's going to start to bring some emotion. And then when there's emotion, there's that motivation. So this is how we get it, like we give it that oomph, okay? So what I want to do is start with a letter. You are going to write, you can write the letter to me, you can write it to a friend or to a loved one. Sometimes it's easier to write it to a third person, a third party type of person, because I don't know, sometimes we get caught up in I feel like I'm bragging. Maybe you don't, that's okay. So do what works best for you. If you feel more comfortable writing this letter to somebody more familiar, do it to them. If not, write it to me or maybe somebody else out there. You're not going to give them the letter, so either way, it's okay. But write a letter, and I want you to write the letter, date it 2, 3, 4 years into the future, okay? So not 2019, we'll say like 2022, okay? And when you write it though, I want you to write it as if it is that time. So you are in 2022 writing this letter to me or this other person, describing your life now and what it looks like, how it plays out, and just how your everyday looks, and the things that you've accomplished and you've achieved, and just let it flow. Don't think too much about it. Don't overly think it, right? Let it flow. Let it come out of you. And then you'll start to get a little bit deeper into where it is you actually want to be, what it is you want to have in your life. And then, of course, we have families, and, without buy-in from our families, it's really tough to move forward. And, especially if we have these family goals, right? Things we want to accomplish and the family's not buying in. So what I encourage for all you supermoms out there is to actually, depending on the age of your child, You can have them also write a letter. They could write it to you, or they could write it to a friend or somebody else. Or if they're younger, maybe do an interview with them. And I actually just had shared with me recently this little 2019 interview for kids. And I did it with both of my kids. I have a younger child and I have an older child. So I did it with both of them actually, and it was a lot of fun. And it's just, a snapshot of where they are at this time in their lives. And so it's just a really fun thing to do anyway to keep as a memory. So if you are interested in having that interview, please reach out to me, give me your email, and I'll send that out to you. So this is step one. We're going to go ahead, we're going to write our letter, and we're going to encourage our family to do that as well. And I know sometimes husbands can be resistant to these kinds of things. No. If you have one of those resistant type husbands, try an interview type method with them too, and just start to ask them, hey, how do you feel about where would you like to be in, and just start, having a conversation with them, almost like, maybe a date or something. Go out on a date and have like an interview, imagine that you're interviewing them for an article or, just have fun with it, make it fun and play with it. And then you really start to get this snapshot of not only where you are, but where your family is so that you can all grow together. So that's our first one, and I will be back soon with the next step. I will talk to you soon, Superwoman. Mwah! Bye.